I'm going to read a statement and give you a chance to guess who made this statement. Why I believe the fence is needed does not have anything to do with immigration as much as drugs. And let me tell you something, folks. People are driving across that border with tons and tons, hear me, tons of everything from byproducts, from methamphetamine to cocaine to heroin, and it's all coming up through corrupt Mexico. If you were willing to play the game with me, who do you think made that statement in 2006 as they were voting for the Secure Fence Act? Senator Joe Biden. So there was a time, not only at the time Senator Joe Biden and President Obama and Hillary Clinton that voted for the 2006 Secure Fence Act, the amendment before us would do away with the belief in physical barriers. There was a time where both Democrats and Republicans believed in this. There was a time where both reasonably said it makes those Border Patrol agents' job much more efficient. It's why a month ago, this committee heard from Raul Ortiz, who oversees 19,000 Border Patrol agents, and was asked specifically, I had the opportunity to ask him, do you disagree with President Biden's decision to shut down construction of a wall that the Congress appropriated funds for? And he said, I do. It was courageous. He serves this Democrat administration. So as we are reasoning one to another, as the American people are listening to the reasoning, how have we drifted so far away where President Biden took office and said not another foot? And we know it was costing $3 million a day for that material to rust and expire. And now we know it's costing $130,000. And in this bill, we're saying the will of the people, the will of Congress, in Article 1, Section 1, that says all legislative powers will be vested in the Congress. Every one of us held up our hand, swore an oath to defend the Constitution. And yet by executive order, this administration reversed course on the will of the people, the will of this Congress. And yet this bill says we're going to make sure the will of the people's house is followed. And it's not unreasonable. It's very reasonable. It was the will of the American people who sent their members up here. And there was a time when both Republicans and Democrats agreed. I think the reasonable thing to do is just to listen to our border experts. It's to listen to Raul Ortiz, who started this administration, said he disagreed with President Biden's decision to shut down the construction of that wall. I believe it's reasonable to listen to the gentleman who, for the union that represents 16,000 the Border Patrol agents, to listen to him when he was asked in front of this committee, do you believe physical barriers, the fence, works? And he responded to this committee last month, yes. When the Lone Star program of $4 billion every year, we just heard from Representative McCall that the state of Texas is putting forth, when they're having to put up rent a fence because the federal government is stopped because of environmental concerns on the Rio Grande, and then the Texas Lone Star program puts up rent a fence at the state taxpayer dime because they know that physical barriers are valid. So if we're really being open to listen to one another today, let's learn from the past where a time where both Democrats and Republicans really agreed that physical barriers make the job of those Border Patrol agents efficient. Let's listen to the experts. And I yield, Mr. Chair.